and welcome to Critical Tumble, where a bunch of longtime friends and internet nerds transcend geography through the power of Discord to play Dungeons and Dragons, and critically fumble a lot. But we've got the entire team back together, which, is good for both in-character reasons and out-of-character reasons, because it means that people are feeling okay and not having assholes make their lives hard. This is what we like. Because it's kind of hard for me to pummel the people who make my friends' lives hard when there's an ocean and a continent in the way. I don't have airline money or bail money. It's a thing. I think in this economy, nobody has bail money. Besides, then there would be ice. I really don't want to deal with those assholes. Anyway, previously, let's deal with the thing where the evil sons of bitches we can beat to death. And everybody just perks up at that one. At least I can make people happy in that regard. Yes. Currently, the Cupcake Coterie, after having taken a bit of a break through the Feast of Sune while getting some stuff done in the interim, are preparing for a trip to both, first Cragvere for Living Flame, and then the Shattered Lands for raw, solid magic, and whole bunches of other stuff, which I'm sure the group will happily tell Darvin and Clarity, who we got out of the way while their players were absent by sending them to Egref to collect containers. They had a pretty interesting afternoon and evening, picking up containers in Egref on the last day of the Feast of Sune. See, while the fireworks are only at around midnight in Ambir, in Egref, they seem to have domed the city and made it perpetual twilight, and it is fireworks all day long.
Paragraph, that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, so you guys are, it's when you first arrive, it's literally, it should not be this dark, except it's not dark, it's just those are not colors lights are normally in, and the whole place smells of black powder. You know what it smells like after a fireworks show.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, you come out of your little carnival glass booth and fireworks. And also because of that, and also because all of that, every single business that can be on a roof or outdoors is. That includes the soda shop that you guys normally find Molly at, which, because you don't have school on the last day of the Feast of Sune, how could you? She's currently holding court with, she's made a little mechanical chess set. Except, the knights are actual literal knights. The rooks are rock golems. The bishops are clerics, and one side actually has what you imagine if she colored them would be a big green bow. The other ones have their hair in a bun, which could be an Ava thing, you're not entirely sure. Funnily enough, the king and queen are not so much gender specific. You can hear her explaining, well, the king is very much a sort of a I'm going to be steadfast kind of an individual, and the queen's got all the mobility, and yes, you've got a little armored individual and a taller individual with wings. And they move along the board in usual chess fashion. And it's kind of hilarious. She's taking orders at the moment. She's going to be busy for a while, apparently.
I'll have to remember to congrat Remy on their crowning.
Well, you know, it's if Alice rules and she chose Remy, they both rule in the, you know, very 1990s slang sense. And yes, it's mostly the older of us that giggle at that one. So, yeah, I'm assuming you eventually get to the front of Molly's little order queue. Oh, the pawns, when you get close enough? Badgers. I just want to see if you guys want to say anything to Molly before she sends you places.
Can I add my name to the queue?
I mean, if you don't mind waiting for like 2 months.
Absolutely not a problem.
You didn't come just because of this. Word cannot have gone that far that fast.
No.
Now I know how it literally points to the king and queen. These two feel.
No, but before I forgot, I had to say that. Anyway. Clarity, I think you have the list.
Well, we'll assume you have the list written down, because it's easier for her to make notes on it.
Here you go.
I'm gonna get a story about this, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, now some of these are gonna be a little weird. The people you need to talk to, not just the... I mean, okay, some of the actual containers are probably going to be weird too. It's here. But here is your scavenger hunt. Next.
Step to the side.
Yeah, and over the next most of the day, it's occasionally duck and covering when... I mean, some of these are a little lower to the ground than you might necessarily be used to, and particularly given that a lot of the places you need to go are on rooftops, stuff is exploding relatively close to you. And your clothes are going to smell of black powder for at least 3 prestidigitation cleans. But you do get some of the most interesting containers, from blown metal rather than blown glass to versions of glass you haven't necessarily seen, to something that's somewhere between a jar and a bag because it's like gelatinous, the material, but somehow it doesn't... It's like goo encased in a membrane, so it wobbles, but it doesn't... Apparently that one's particularly interesting because no acid in the world will eat through it, because it is made of something very analogous to a gelatinous ooze, which does not eat itself. But just be careful about it, because if you pierce that membrane, even when you don't have any acid in it, the acid inside the membrane will be all over you, and it will have itself a good munch.
Understood.
But yeah, you have some very interesting containers, put it that way, which seem to cover everything you had on your original list, plus whatever else you could get. Granted, the other one that's particularly odd is one for force damage, which is kind of like those soundproof foam things that you kind of put in sound studios.
Yep. I've actually installed those.
That apparently inside your little box.
as a bard I've encountered.
So yeah, that takes a while. You have your choice of places to go around to for dinner, but you're probably going to want to do like quickly, just on the basis that this takes most of the night. And you're probably going to have to crash at the Riddler Stump just on the basis that you started just a bit before dinner time, and that was a lot of running around. In fact, probably your best bet was to go over Molly's list and plan your route over a burger thing at the soda shop. But either way, you get things done. You kind of crash another one of Polly's parties, but she does welcome you there. You probably sleep in a little bit because that was a lot of running around, and then the party, and because there weren't any rooms, but she happily let you crash on. Okay, she has fairly short sofas, but you can scrunch. So yeah, you port back to Ambier, working the kinks out somewhat because you did scrunch, and probably just waiting for standard Cherie breakfast. But of course, as you're heading up to the ranch house, you get... So how'd you two get on from up in tree, Niala?
Managed to get everything, I think.
Well, I mean, it's kind of a shame you missed the presentation. There's a lot of did a presentation, dear gods.
Oh.
But you got what the transcript would have been if Alana could keep on a train of thought for like 2 minutes at a time. And she wild-shaped into some interesting shit, put it that way. But the rest of them will be able to tell you better because one of them's a bard. The common sense bard. No offense, but you got to admit, it's true. Anyway, they've left the door open a bit for you, and I think coffee is going, and we're apparently going to try not to wake Alana because she's going to get all squee at where y'all are going, and do not show her the containers. We don't need another adventure this year. Shoo. Yeah, at this point, I'm assuming it's the standard, Rylan is up because Rylan has been trouncing, Barnabas is up because Cherie is, like, up, and Cherie is making breakfast because that is what Cherie is apparently doing these days. The rest of you have been more or less allowed to sleep in, but they've left the door to the magnificent mansion open a little bit so you guys can get in. So when you get in, the second kitchen has not yet gone away, so you do get... It's through the normal kitchen that breakfast noises are happening, and Cherie is doing her own version of the scrambled eggs that Barnabas liked so much. Also, with apparently, like, 2 different kinds of bacon smoked with 2 different kinds of wood, just to see which people like better. See, when Ambia does science, Ambia takes science seriously. Oh, hello, you two.
Hello.
You're awake, so you've had coffee already.
I will take more coffee.
Well, you'll take better coffee. Slide. How was your outing? And yeah, this stuff is great. You know it's not a mocha, but there is a chocolate undernote to it anyway. Didn't know that coffee could do that. Yes, we had quite the presentation, and I'm sure that the others will be terribly excited to tell you about it. Or at least more than willing to tell you about it. I think one will simply be excited to see you. Why do I feel like you're going to go and sneak up on her when you're finished with your coffee?
I would never.
Experience.
That's disappointing. She deserves a bit of sneaking up on now and then.
Being facetious.
Well, somebody might want to wake her up ahead of the breakfast bing.
Clarity sets his coffee down. I'll be back for you. And then,
I did say after you have finished your coffee.
no, sooner better.
Fair enough.
More impetus to get back sooner.
I'm gonna ask Clarity to roll stealth. Depending on what the what the roll is, I'm not even gonna ask what Hazel's passive perception is, because I know Clarity.
31.
Yeah, no, I'm not even bothering to ask. But you should probably switch off the advantage. But they were close enough, so even if we're evening it out at 30, it's just yeah.
Well, because I'm wearing my shoes.
Oh no, of course that's right. It's been so long since I had to actually think about that. Anyway, yes. So, I mean. Funnily enough, the cats aren't so all-consuming when you're not there. There's a couple on her feet, and there's Michigan, so that might actually be why. Michigan, however, is looking up at you, like... Not saying anything yet, but just...
I'm a cat pounce on her.
Yes, this is why Michigan is kind of moving out of the way. So, there's a very, very brief kind of, wait, something's changed, and then woof, as Ballistic Clarity lands atop you.
Good morning. Imagine if I was a morning person, then I would be doing this every morning.
Come here, you. And basically tackling her.
Smooches.
Benny smooches, and yeah, this is part of why Sharia gives it a little while until she rings the bell to summon everybody to breakfast. Give them some time, you know. And eventually, everyone gathers at the breakfast nook table, and yeah, we have the return of Darwin and Clarity. So, how did it go?
Weird, but successful.
How weird?
There were fireworks. Like, they closed off the entire city, and there were so
And the
many
sky.
fireworks.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, what?
I think what they're saying is a kind of a darkness bubble, except less darkness and more nighttime sky-ish kind of thing.
Yeah.
Sounds like a
Basically just lit them off. Yes.
I still smell like black powder.
Yeah, you both still smell like black powder.
Yeah, this was after a
gonna
few
say anything, but yeah.
well, you know, I tried, but even after a while, they were lighting them off so much after the first couple of times, I was like, you know what, the hell with it. It's not a bad smell.
Alice, looking at it, I guess you get used to it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm assuming you were fairly close to the fireworks, because I know from experience that it's worse if you get close to the fireworks.
Yeah, some of the places we had to go were like, they were lighting them off like, like you know.
Out of character, remember also you were on the roofs most of the time.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, no, they were really close because there were some of the places we had to go. They were doing business on the roofs so they could see the fireworks. So yeah, things were close.
And to think, we did that deliberately. we had they here they just did a big thing at about midnight, and I took Ree up flying. It was fun.
And you are a queen and you are a king.
Yes, congratulations.
Wait, what?
Excuse the hell out of me.
Molly made a chess set, and you are the queen and you are the king.
Aw.
I put it in order. I'll get it probably in a few months. The line was real long. I'm very happy for her success.
Yeah, that's great.
And the bishop looks like you, darling, and you, Ava.
Aw.
In the corner.
So that's adorable.
That's adorable.
As is right and proper.
Indeed.
To be fair, thinking about it out of character for your guys, the rooks could probably be Barnabas. One of the strongest pieces on the board, but tend to think in straight lines.
You know?
Yeah, I think Molly's gonna do a special edition for you guys. But containers were, what we got was the Beginner's Guide to the Shattered Lands, and why most people say rule 1 about visiting the Shattered Lands is don't. I mean, the very first island we go to, apparently everything drinks blood.
Oh, lovely.
We don't just mean the animals.
Trees.
Including
The crabs.
girls.
Yep. The crabs, apparently, silent image, coconut crab, slightly bigger than your average coconut crab, and when it rears up, anyone who's seen Stranger Things, you know the Demogorgon mouths? They open up like flowers? That opens up in the chest, so... Apparently they masquerade as large coconuts and then land on your head. Like that.
Goody.
That's the first island you go to.
That's the literal gateway island. The most currently stable location. Some of those islands move.
I mean, there's
The air, too.
there's the one where everything is either poisonous, venomous, or both.
The one that all the tiny crystal mice came from.
Yeah, but we've already heard about that one. That's the one that rains all the acid.
Mm-hmm.
Which reminds me, real quick, before I forget, one of the containers is squishy. Do not puncture.
Gonna hold it up and poke it a little bit, and it wobbles.
Oh. Is that one of those gelatinous?
I don't want to know. As long as it works and we don't puncture it, I don't want to know.
Fair enough.
Exactly.
Do not ask.
Pretty much, yes. Let me think. There's the one that Nyala called the Land of Screaming Trees,
Oh right.
where you can get some psychic energy bark or something that but as long as you don't go too far in, because if you go too far in, you will go mad and then your brain will ooze out your ears, literally.
Because all of their screaming is some kind of arcane resonance.
Let me think. There's the one that Alana continues to call Dinotopia. Apparently we have to go to... This is confusing. We have to go to one of the two bodies that the Watcher currently inhabits. Apparently, a while ago, we don't know how long ago a while ago is, but long enough ago to be terrifying, probably. this island made of that had all the dinosaurs and things. A bunch of people from Agraf decided they were going to move in mechanical dinosaurs. And they were destroying the ecosystem. So obviously the Mobius twins and their friends decided that had to be a no. Apparently that's the island Nye originally came from, by the way.
That hurts my brain to think about.
Anyway, point is that they got rid of most of the mechanical dinosaurs, except these two that don't eat anything and just kind of... There are two of this tall neck.
Yeah,
Tiny Niala,
plate for a face.
Tiny Niala and Alana on top of the dinner plate head for scale.
Well, damn.
They scanned. Apparently, somebody who was helping them, one of the Agraffians who was really just an intern and didn't like any of this, but didn't really have much choice until that lot of yahoos came along. Something about she was trying to make sure that it was only all these things were going to get shut down. Her elders fucked with something, and the essential her, the spirit, the soul, kind of got embodied into the network between the two of these things, scanning both sides of this island. And she's apparently quite happy there. Keeping watch.
Merged with a pair of constructs and just decided this is fine.
She's from Agraf.
I mean, I'm sure there are worse existences.
Apparently, if we can communicate with her, we might get some more ideas about where to go on the island for stuff. But apparently, they mostly deal more in potions and the like, because when the Agraffians were mucking up stuff, they also accidentally enhanced the elemental properties of the plants on the island. Or something.
So it, like, absorbed all the magic around the area, and all the stuff that was in the constructs was, like, leaking into everything else. So even more stuff that was weird got absorbed, and everything is elementally juiced.
Yeah, although to be fair, apparently things were elementally juiced before. They were just more elementally juiced after that. And they also keep tripping over the elemental juice that was powering some of the old constructs in the first place.
Yeah, so it's like that place was already bordering on elemental planes, and they cracked the hole bigger or something.
But also they were using some of the extracts to power various of the weapons of the constructs, so when they all stopped working, there was a whole bunch of canisters of concentrated elemental fuck you all over that island. So we might be able to find caches of it, who knows? And those would actually come in containers. And apparently there's one island that has something that might be able to juice one's healing ability. A few of us could use that.
Which one was that?
We have the transcript. We probably don't need to go into it, because we're only going to have to go into it again when we get back from Cragvere. We're just giving the...
Broad strokes.
Yeah. And then there's the one with... Then there's the one with the living flame salamanders. And the fuzzy things with teeth.
Fuzzy things with teeth and the exploding things, yeah.
The silent image. Little blue salamander that seems to be literally giving off blue flames.
I've been forbidden from snuggling it.
The silent image. You know those pocket popples, the little ones with the 4 legs? Well, that, and then it kind of unhinges and you have Fizzgig.
Gee.
Yep, that exactly. Those things only live on that island because those little blue salamanders are what they eat. They can't eat anything else.
Still don't understand how they eat something that literally blows up when they bite it.
We have things that can contain living fire.
Didn't she say the salamanders could only eat something on that island too?
Which is why it's
Oh, weird chain, and we don't know what plane that island's interacting with.
Either way,
Circle of life.
you know, I did the exact same thing.
That was in character.
Yes, I am aware. That's why Alice was saying. That's why I did the exact same thing. But yeah, there's a lot to explore, and we'll probably hear more about these places from people who actually can die and know a bit more about what to warn us about from places like, for example, Newbies, which is that gateway island we were talking about where everything drinks blood. That's where, hence Newbies, it's where the new people, the people who have first arrived, go. It's an inn and a tavern and I want to say tourist information booth, but no.
It's an outpost. It's the outpost in the only stable way in. So
Pretty much, and getting around every place is either oh yeah, there's the place where you can breathe the water. That was where the Healy stuff was.
right, the one that's just the plane of.
There's an island underwater. I think.
Yeah, and when you're there, you can breathe the water. And apparently they have...
So long as you're in its borders or something.
Yep,
Yeah.
and apparently there's something there, we didn't really get what, that will boost your ability to magically heal.
It's a lot of weird.
Yeah, and like I say, we'll probably hear more about it from Newbies. Something about... they get new maps made like every few months now.
I mean, if it's changing all the time, I guess they have to.
And yeah, we can't go sea level too close to the epicenter because of the frog.
Frog
I'm assuming you don't
thing
mean fall.
creature. It's the size of half an island at least.
Apparently, the whole island, because Alana keeps saying that the frog would be much less lonely if they could set up a settlement there.
Okay, yeah, big enough to be an island.
There's something about it get tired of slapping things off its back with its tongue eventually.
So yeah, we have a living island-sized thing to consider.
Yeah, and if you approach at sea level, it will eat the entire ship.
Because it is just that big.
And we heard about all kinds of interesting stuff, like sea wolves. Apparently, they are the only things that can take down an entire pod of orca.
You bitches.
And basically what you have is a leopard seal, but the size of a stellar's. So more streamlined and big.
Yeah, stellars on their larger end are like double the size of the largest. Yeah, it's a weird size comparison because they are close, but they are big enough to matter.
Yeah, so you've got those swimming around in packs. which is going to make the approach to the place where you can breathe the water kind of fun. But that's why the conveyance is made to look like a sea creature that it isn't seen as prey or something.
It's some kind of underwater construct contraption thing that you pile everyone into.
Usually shaped like...
Many legs.
Yeah, usually shaped like crab, but apparently they have a shark version. Which we'll probably need because we're a bigger group.
And now I have this mental image of what would happen if you fused a shark with a crab.
Oh my god.
Barnabas just starts shuddering.
At this point...
Wait, Barnabas, are you okay?
Meanwhile, Alice has stuck her head out of the magnificent mansion door going, "Hey, Alana, is there a cross between a shark and a crab?"
Oh no.
I've got notes!
Oh no.
Actually, I could just turn into them, but how big is your receiving room? Big enough, probably. If not, we've got a riding stable. Big enough to let a moose get a good workout. Perfect! And in comes Alana. Come on! Nope.
I'm scared.
Oh no. I'm following just out of sheer
What have we had?
concern.
Mm-hmm.
When you're all there, this is closer to lobster than crab because of the shark additions. But the thing is that it barely fits into this room.
Oh dear gods.
But it has the shark tail and the little legs and the claws and Alana is cheerfully clacking as best as can when slightly squished. Which probably means it's coming like this close to Barnabas's nose, because Barnabas be big. I'm weirdly assuming that Barnabas is kind of manifesting Nick over there and just out.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Man is having flashbacks to home and the Simic and all of the nonsense that comes out of their literal sinkholes.
And then
Oh gods. Okay.
You broke Barnabas.
to be fair, that was an adolescent.
I'll be alright.
Are they get bigger than that?
Oh, I couldn't make an adult.
Babe, of course.
Are they gonna beat us?
I was gonna say, are they typically aggressive or are they...
Well, that's the thing. Most things aren't really big enough to matter to it.
I guess not.
So it depends on if it's see, there's points in its life cycle as it's going from like little to big. It's got a whole bunch of molts basically, and usually during the molt they get a bit ragey. That's kind of why the maps change sometimes.
Something what? It's an island?
Yeah, and then you
Causes
get...
it to move?
Well, no, it's more... Well, sometimes, but more often you just get... All of a sudden you have 2 islands. Or maybe 3 islands.
That explains why there's multiple ones that read like they're from the same plane, because every one of them has weird bleed over, and then when you break that, the pieces go everywhere.
And then sometimes those grow. Depends on the plane.
The Shattered Lands make my head hurt. Like, I get those aspects, and then everything else just...
Well, that's actually probably kind of good, because if you actually understood the confluence of energies, you probably would be working on a different plane than every other mortal, mentally speaking.
That'd be a nightmare in and of itself.
I mean, I about halfway understand it. I figure give it another 1,000 years and my sister and I will be on that plane. It's just we'll be on it from different directions. She will understand all and be able to make it make sense. I will just, like, be among the chaos. I mean, that's some of the myths about us, isn't it? We are the manifestations of order and chaos. We will just grow into our roles. But don't tell Niala. When I say that, she says I'm getting a big head.
Sorry, I'm still
Okay.
over here kind of going through a facial journey because I know people that fish sharks. I know people that fish lobsters. And some of those are a little... The fact that if they ever find out those exist, they would need to be talked out of trying to cook them.
Oh. Very, very special occasions.
What?
Well, the Spearfisher's Revenge. Like once every 5 years.
Oh, yeah, I should have known.
They save up a whole bunch of money and get a bunch of brass arrows.
That was on me. That's on me. I should have figured. That's on me.
That should be next.
Know about these? The place has been explored. It changes all the time, but people know what's there.
Some people know what's there. We just know the brass arrows are very in the know about things, and Egref, if it's weird and they don't know about it, why not? Besides, most of the explorers of the Shattered Lands are Egreffian.
Me? I don't know what I expected.
But yeah, apparently they're going to be doing that next year. Like, well, technically this year, because it'll be sort of into the late summer. I think they're getting some of the people along because a lot of the times the people will join the Moskoi in Bergtown on Big Shark Hunt, so they know what they're doing. It's really fun when they get they give water breathing potions to the dire moose. It's great.
Okay, that I kind of want to see.
I will say it's like, yeah, tell me about it. Maybe that's what they're going to do with the Grand Hunt this summer. Wouldn't surprise me. Anyway, anything else you need from me? Let's sidle up to Clarity. Ask them about the badgers. Ask her about the badgers. She can't resist the puppy eyes. Well, that was Alana. Niala's the one with the common sense. She's well gone. It's like if you want to complain about that, you complain to Niala because she's the only one who can keep Alana in line, and you know it.
Mm-hmm. Badgers.
Yes, Hazel's getting the puppy eyes from Clarity about the badgers.
Sorry, the what?
You remember the badgers with the world's with the world.
You said you didn't want her to know about.
Oh god.
The badgers with the fangs and the badgers with the fangs and the world's softest fur. Yes.
Yeah, the ones that are basically Okagachi out of Monster Hunter.
Possibly, I'll have to look it up later. I'll take your word for it.
You saw one. It was in stories.
Possibly. Anyway.
The thing that looked like a flying squirrel crossed with a snake.
Oh, that thing. But no, it looked more like a honey badger.
Ah!
With fangs and the world's softest fur, and we didn't want Clarity to know about them because you will want to hug them. But now she's giving you the look. With the puppy eyes.
The expression on my face is halfway between yay and traumatized. Okay. But just I don't know how. We'll try. I don't know how. Those things are... Okay, remember the snake that we had to get venom from that was for Remy's sword? The one that if it bit you, until you managed to get an actual antidote, no amount of magic would get rid of?
Okay.
It's like that. Their faces are full of that.
And the badger.
Or worse, I'm not actually sure. All I know is that it's like someone took that snake and stuffed it into a badger.
Is it a teeth badger?
Softest forever, accordingly, but
I have to snuggle.
Well, I was hoping to avoid.
Apparently they are a little vicious is the problem.
I did it first. That one did, and I'm just gesturing vaguely out of the room.
I'm not blaming you, Hazel. Don't worry.
Yeah, apparently they are kind of vicious. But apparently their fur stays that soft post-mortem.
So we'll try. I don't know how or if, but we will try.
They're on the island where everything is poisonous, venomous, or both.
Makes sense.
Still don't. I'm just glad we're gonna be bringing supplies because on an island like that, you try to eat anything, you die.
Well, I mean,
So it's the blind harpy.
Worse.
It was a joke.
either way, I can still draw a door on damn near anything.
Yep.
Oh, we just need a tree.
I think this is why I'm glad we have supplies and why I'm eternally grateful that we're allowed to use that thing.
What do you want the
Thank
ground?
you.
Well, what was I gonna do? Keep it to myself? Don't be ridiculous.
Aliza, you know what I mean.
Yeah, but I'm still gonna flag up. You know, it's your pack. Ruffle.
Eternally glad for it.
Now, come on, we interrupted breakfast, and then we have to. How organized do you guys think Cherie is?
Yes.
I was just thinking that I wouldn't put it past her if she'd already arranged for us to be able to talk to Vievelet about getting to the border of Cragvere.
Probably. More than likely.
Yeah.
Well, by the time you guys turn up, your breakfast is literally set up on the tables properly.
Thank you, Gary.
Thank you, Cherie. Thank you, the house.
Thank you.
Thank you, love.
So, I've managed to escape us needing to sit down to lunch with Governor Aled. Normally, she'd want to know what you were up to over a leisurely meal, but we don't really have that luxury at the moment. But I could only get a meeting for after lunch, so I have arranged something relatively quick in the city centre, which I think that Hazel in particular will approve of. Also, you will all have to tell me which bits of bacon you like best, the one on the right of the eggs and the one on the left of the eggs. We are doing science this morning.
Okay.
Yeah, one is sort of the one on the right is sort of mapley kind of a smoke. The one on the left is hickory. So it really depends on what you prefer.
Maple.
I wouldn't know the difference, so I can't.
Maple is more sweet. Hickory is more dry, tiny touch spicy.
Yeah. If Hazel wanted the spicy bacon, she had remember the candied bacon?
Yes,
She
but didn't you?
has
But you gave most of that away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
gave most of that away or forced it onto people.
No, you gave most of that away. You basically yeeted it to Calatiel, if memory serves me correctly.
Yeah, no, I remember that. What I mean is, yeah, it was most of it went to Calatiel. There was other instances of it, I think, that I made people try.
Fair enough.
I think actually in this case, I think Darwin's going to go with hickory. Oddly enough.
Barnabas is going with maple. Brian goes with hickory.
Yes, that's because Barnabas has more of a sweet tooth than Brian does.
Yeah, I think how spicy?
Not particularly. It's
A little bit of a kick.
yeah, just a tiny bit. It's more of a weird to say this about flavor rather than texture, but it's a slightly rougher kind of a.
Sorry.
It reminds Darwin a little
It's
bit.
not
of secret
Hazel
Grove.
tier.
No, it's not even really spicy. It's just rougher. It's like
Sharper, it's a little.
it's like the difference between cinnamon and nutmeg.
Okay.
Cinnamon is a smoother kind of a sweeter, and nutmeg is just a little.
Right. Yeah. I see.
Gritty.
Yeah, it's there's very much a. It's weird to say a dirt feel, but that's.
Yeah, Ava's
That's
probably.
why, yeah.
Ava probably go hickory.
Darwin's going hickory because for some reason it reminds him of Cedar Grove.
I am imagining Remy is not going to bother with a preference.
Maple.
Fair enough. To be fair, Alice A is not going to bother with a preference because in her case, it's usually it depends on mood. Today, hickory. Tomorrow could be maple. I will absolutely refuse to pin myself down to a favorite. There is too much good out there.
Yeah, they are both extremely good though.
Yeah, exactly. But if I have to like fireball to the head, I have to pick one. Hickory.
A fireball to the head, I can get out of the way.
Enough.
Already got one in each hand. Just bacon is bacon.
Fair enough.
Tiefling,
Of the day.
tiefling after my own heart. My sample size is too small. Still, it does me good to know for future meal preparations. Is there anything else we need from Ambia before we start heading in the general direction of Cragvere? Because after we drop off the Living Flame, we have to come back to pick up Hazel's protective gear.
If there is, I can't remember.
Is there anything anyone wants from Ambia?
Well, wasn't there? I don't know if you managed to go there yet, but there's someone on the Street of Love and Beauty who sells a tire that will protect.
We stopped there after we shook some speediness out of the person making Hazel's protective gear.
Yeah.
It's just Rylan hasn't quite had the occasion to be showing off any of it. Most of it, I believe, needs to be picked up when we come back anyway.
I'd like to get more nuts, but that's it.
Oh, fair enough. I believe they'll still be out. There's usually a little bit of a lull in the proceedings. I mean, the various stall and shopkeepers have been working very hard all week. So there's a little bit of a breather for the ones that have been working so hard, but most places are still open, albeit on a slightly reduced menu for the most part. I think I mentioned, Hazel, that there was you now no longer have most of your spicy candied bacon.
Yeah.
I have some place I have to take you. So we'll do a little bit of treat supply shopping, and then we will head for our lunch appointment in Demille. And then we will speak to Governor Aled, and then we will begin our trek. So let's enjoy a little bit of civilization while we can. So yes, Clarity does pick up a bag of the nuts, and in a there's actually an entire alley off the off the Strait of Plenty that clearly Cherie has been saving for a special occasion. Down one row is spices, chili peppers, spiced oils, hot sauces, shops that do all of that. On the other side of the road, you have everything from restaurants of the spiciest food to places that sell the spiciest snacks. It is an entire alleyway of things Hazel will want to eat at some point.
Oh no.
Now, if you particularly want spicy snack foods, I would recommend them over there.
Time to see.
Yeah, anybody who has a particular lack of spice tolerance is not going to want to go into that shop. Anyone with no particular spice tolerance is going to want to go into any of those shops. But yeah, this one is, spicy candied bacon, spiced roasted nuts, various spicy crackers, crisps, that kind of thing. They are currently apparently doing post-holiday restorative hot chocolate made with chili chocolate.
Out of character, I have had that. It is good.
That does sound pretty good.
Yeah, in this case, they are making the hot chocolate literally from the chocolate rather than cocoa powder or anything like that. So, and this is things that Hazel hadn't considered could be this spicy too.
There were a few that she'd been given ideas about from prior encounters with similar things, but yeah, getting to be point blank on the entire swath of it at once.
Yeah. Behind the counter, you have a half orc of about Hazel's age, actually. Ah, we wondered whether you'd ever find this alley.
I am nearly free dripping saliva right now.
Well, first thing we're going to do is to give you a little cup of this, of our hot chocolate with chili chocolate.
Yep, down the hatch immediately.
Yeah, this is, I mean, it's the best hot chocolate you've ever had with the lovely spicy. Clarity would probably also love this.
Noises indescribable. Not hypersonic, but how the hell is that coming out of Hazel's face?
I don't normally hear that kind of noise outside of bedrooms.
You make good stuff.
Do you want the Surprise Me Mega Pack?
Yeah.
I'm surprised it took you that long to respond.
You basically come out with a gnome-sized basket.
No size. Good Christ.
Well, you see, we have heard of you. This is a little bit of everything in this store. It will cost you 5 gold, but it allows you to find your favorites.
Forget 5 gold. I'm just handing over 9 gold.
Any of your friends from out there who want the hot chocolate, you tell them to come in.
I'm going to exit carrying this thing. This is a gnome-sized basket.
You can probably put it into your bag of holding, though. You've cleared it out recently.
I'll be putting that in afterwards. I want people to see this thing.
Yeah. Okay.
The aura it's probably emitting.
See, now I want one.
Whoa, what?
Y'all might also want the hot chocolate that's in there. In fact, even Ava would. Clarity, you would love it. Go in there immediately now.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, and Half-Orc looks at you. She vastly overpaid here.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
How strong is this?
Of course, Hazel wouldn't notice. I'm gonna need from you. I'm going to need a con save. You have no spice tolerance whatsoever.
No, not really. Can't she? Con save. Hey, 14. It's got a kick.
It's got a kick. It's a very earthy sort of kick, and it brings out things in the chocolate that you never really noticed before. But it's
Whoa.
Right? I've heard of this. Like some of the folk that came into the gods, they've talked about some of the things, some odd things in the world, and this is one of them. So I never had the chance to partake, but I heard about it, and yeah.
odd things.
Well,
Just about
Odd
the
to have.
level I can handle. Wow.
Yeah, I'm points out at where Hazel is probably stuffing thing into bag of holding. I'll have what she just had. Oh yes, you're of the people. Plunk, clunk. Yep, thank you. Stuff. Brings out some of the hot chili chocolate for Remy. Here you go.
Thank you.
No.
Yeah, it's probably within your tolerance levels. It's just not something you'd thought about. So yeah, you now have spicy treats for days, Hazel. I'm kind of amazed you didn't open the thing up and start nibbling immediately. Of course, knowing you, you'll probably just stick your hand in, think about the basket, and then pull something out of it without knowing what it is.
That wouldn't surprise me.
no,
I
but it
don't
was
know
surprise
if
Hazel.
bags select that way, but yeah. So I'm probably just gonna pull the whole basket out when I want to try some. But for now, I want to save it to make absolutely sure there's enough and it survives the trip.
You have...
Know how fast I go through this stuff.
fair enough. Keep in mind, you can always share mine.
You know what? Can I get one too?
Plunk.
Thank you. Now you have a spare.
Aww.
But I will be trying some of it.
Good.
knowing my tolerance, you will probably wind up with most of it. I'm just gonna try everything.
We
Probably regret my choices.
we love your spice obsessed ass, okay?
That too.
That's now got an item in my bag of holding selection that I've literally written the property of a gnome-sized basket of spicy snack food.
Now I'm imagining Darvin and Hazel sitting down and attempting the Hot Ones challenge. Just to 10 in a... And Darvin probably tapping out at like 6.
Actually, sure.
Some real good rolls.
Sure, Cherie sort of goes, oh, incidentally, Hazel, how do you feel about wages? Bets.
Like a bet.
Yes. Let me
Sure.
let me show you something. Walks over to a restaurant a little ways over, and it doesn't have a name on the sign. It just has a painted wing made out of fire. There's not so much a price on any of the menu items there. If you go in alone, they will partner you with someone, or you just bring an even number of people, but they bring you progressively spicier wings, and whoever taps out first pays.
Is that the Hot Ones challenge?
Pretty much, yes.
You see, okay, yeah, no, the usual grin,
Oh no.
that's expanded. Like, I'm fairly certain there's some physics breaking right now from the expression on her face.
Oh lord.
I'm pretty sure, given what people in this city know about you, that anybody who sat opposite you would just concede. But they don't know quite so much about me, do they?
I see someone has plans.
Well, you know. You can't have all the fun.
I was gonna say.
That's gonna be a time when we eventually get to try that.
We just do have to make sure that we let them know that we're going in separately, because I think you and I going up against each other, we'd be there all damn week.
I was thinking that'd be interesting,
much,
but
yeah.
that would probably kind of never end, wouldn't it?
It really would never, ever, ever end. She may have...
Run out of varieties of spicy thing before we ran out of capacity to consume.
keep in mind, she's got the natural affinity. I had at least some natural affinity, but I've been training on the people food for like 7-8 years. So, you know, between the two of us, I think she's just about got to my level now, and I don't think there's a level higher than that. Anyway, Barnabas, do you want to stop off and top up your fudge before we go?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, the selection has expanded. Dalla has got her way. In fact, Dalla is currently looking tired but triumphant and manning the stalls at the moment. Oh, good, you're here.
Oh,
Yes, you.
yes.
I have something for you. Plunk.
Oh.
Pat, 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 pat into the back. Pat, 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 pat. Little box. Plunk. It's little chunks of fudge. The colors kind of suggest chocolate. The smell does not.
He'll try a piece.
The one he has got is bacon.
Bacon fudge.
You can have bacon ice cream. It's actually kind of awesome.
Oh,
The
that's
same reason bacon chocolate chip cookies work.
outstanding.
They're all bacon, but they're different smoked bacon. Oh, except for that last one. That last one is bacon chocolate chip cookie.
Oh,
Well, bacon chocolate chip cookie dough, because the texture's more dough.
how much?
Oh, no, that's... You see, Arthur says that if it meets the Barnabas Stumplefink seal of approval, it will go into the rotation.
Okay. Well, I shouldn't do this now. I want to do this now.
Oh no.
Okay, it's out of character. How much fudge are we talking about?
Well, it's at this point, it's 5 little taster squares.
Oh, okay. Well, then he will try all the remaining taster squares.
Yes, they are the 4 are different wood smokes of bacon, and the bacon and chocolate chip cookie dough one is surprisingly good.
These are all fantastic, but the cookie dough one, I did not expect it to be this good. You can tell Arthur approved all of it.
I was thinking about, there's one more thing I ought to try, which I ought to, because we've been thinking of doing fudge pops. I'll show you what one of those is. Comes back with, you know cupcake pops? Mm-hmm. Looks kind of like that, coated in chocolate, little sprinkles on the top. This one is the bacon chocolate chip cookie dough with the extra chocolate coating.
Oh, wow, thank you. This is so good.
I think we have enough to give you a slab of the bacon chocolate chip cookie dough, but do you just want the newer flavors you haven't tried yet?
Yeah, I think that'd be best.
This time she just bustles around the back counters, and she seems to be focusing on cookie dough-ish kinds of things. Or, I mean, there's fudge brownie, there's peanut butter chocolate chip cookie, there's apparently your bacon chocolate chip cookie dough, your regular chocolate chip cookie dough, and your mint chocolate chip cookie dough. And gives you little fudge pop bouquets as well as your slabs.
After gaming, I'm going to have to go get ice cream because I don't have fudge. But we'll fit the bill enough. Damn, I'm glad I ate already because you're making me hungry.
Well, this is one of the ways I have of demonstrating that Barnabas is very much considered a part of the Ambeer community now. At least in certain circles.
Or tables,
Ha!
as the case may be.
Hardy har har har. Yeah, that number of slabs is gold, and she's doing the fudge pops as free gift with purchase.
Well, Barnabas absolutely 100% just slams the gold down immediately.
Hopefully you'll come back at least once a month.
Can make a plan to that.
Good.
I can help see to it.
I have also a new tea one. Mango and passion flower tea.
That sounds interesting.
That is interesting.
He literally gives a sampler bit to Rylan.
This
We
is
there we go.
fantastic.
You've been really inspiring me to go with the fruit and herbal teas line. I've got one which apparently is I mean, it's tiny bit of rosemary, mango, pineapple, and it's very much focused and uplifting. Gives another sampler bit. Punk.
I would not have expected rosemary with the citrusy bits, but that makes a lot of sense.
Then, oh right, and gives Barnabas a couple of chunks of those as well. Sorry, it's just they're the tea flavor expert.
Mm-hmm. No. 100%. Ooh, that is good.
Meanwhile, for a split second, I thought you said mango passion clarity. It took me a minute to realize you said flower.
I'm going to pretend that was in character. You know, when I make mead fudge, it's not usually actually that alcoholic. And you haven't even eaten any yet. He's the humor bard, you see. That does a really good job. And puts down a gold. If you could put together a tea sampler pack for Rylan, yay! Your contact. Those two plus some other surprises. I do this because we're heading on a bit of a mission at the moment, so we don't have as much time as we normally do. Good luck!
Thank you.
Come back soon. I will have more flavors to try. Which point she is, come on, we're going to be late. And since we are at about the break point, which is a little weird for me because we're an hour off for us two, but not for you guys, so you'll want like food, break, etc. When we come back in a few minutes, we'll actually start dealing with the road to Cragvere. And we're back, getting a teleport from probably Darvin. I'm sure he'd like to flex his muscles in that regard. Over to the teleportation circle you know of in Demille. And Cherie basically doing the... We have a few minutes before we have the lunch appointment. Hazel, there is someplace I want to show you. We're walking.
Following?
Yep.
She takes you to one of the actual shops in the area. There are some sort of carved into the spot. And you guys have been to the eateries and stuff, but you've never been to where they shop for goods before. This one appears to be a herbalist. You get Hoffling kind of looking up and, oh, hello.
Hi.
Woman edging into the outer middle into old age, so getting on there, Hoffling. The reason that I bring this one to you is this one is one of the Hearthheart children. Oh yes, I know your uncle, second cousin, something like that. Anyway,
Oh boy.
Keta here deals in medicinal herbs.
Right.
For things that don't just Like, you know how you when you're here, your nose it gets very, very dry, and sometimes there is the bleedy when you have to blow your nose because of the cold air.
Mm-hmm.
Drink these.
Down the hatch.
It is the most aggressively minty substance. But your nose does feel better. And there's less of that sort of pressury headache building, so your sinuses are being helped by this.
What? By all the gods above and below, is this minty?
Is a frost mint variant. You find it in the caves with very specific kinds of mushrooms.
I don't so much. Wow, because I think I've gone beyond just tasting it. I can literally feel it. My jaw is vibrating.
But your nose feels better, yes?
Fair point.
The minty will go away relatively soon. But yes, you see, the thing is that when, particularly the people, when they get older and they cannot make the travels, you know how when you are older, your joints start to hurt and your muscles start to get very tense and things, and maybe some of the older in your town has these.
The state of word crunchy.
Yes, I have balms and teas and salves for this. Because that is the sort of thing that cannot be healed away. And there are some people who have just all the time they hurt. And you know this, you met
Professor
August. Yes. We do a regular shipment to her.
How do you handle that?
It does not make it all go away, but it helps. You've got these pills and this salve and these oils for when particular bad days.
That is actually... currently two thoughts fighting it out in my head. Because what I was more meaning was, how do you deal with how she is in general? Because she is scary. And now this is all... I have about 100 questions because of the Baylor cleric training. And also where I'm from. Look, just knowing about this stuff is a lot, and yes.
Well, you see, the reason that how I can deal with her is because my father dealt with her, and she's nice to us because we make these. And you can't get these anywhere outside of Aeonbat. Because it is made from the plants here, and the plants here don't grow anywhere else.
Okay, that makes sense.
And some things they don't cure wounds does not do with some things, or minor restoration or things like that. Lesser restoration, that's his word. But so I have things that help with I don't know what you call it. We have a word that we borrowed from the Greffians, pneumonia, when your lungs feel like they are filling up with gunge. Hazel probably knows this one because there are some particularly bad illnesses that lesser and greater restoration don't do anything about.
Yeah, for those, like, you get temporary sort of relief from it, but it doesn't keep working because the spell it's do now.
Do again.
But then it just comes back and everything fills back up again.
Yes, well, that's why you take doses of and pull something else. This liquid It kills the little tiny things that make the illness. Takes a while. But then you have other things for the symptoms.
Now Hazel's just processing how much of this could she fit into a medical pack at once. Because this is stuff actually getting cataloged. Like, she's actually remembering this shit.
I'm sure he is going. All right, since no one else has thought to ask, do you have a basic medical pack for the sort of healer that would be among the people? I thought you would never ask.
Sorry, I was trying to figure out how to ask about a pack of everything.
Puts out a leather case. Clicks it open, and little booklet stuffed into a pocket in the top and filled with bottles, racks, and racks of bottles of pills, salves, liquids that are not quite potions.
Yeah, this is functionally this is like almost replacing the healer's kit.
Well, not entirely, but you have elders in your... Hazel, I'm gonna have to ask you to make me a wisdom check, please. Did you ever think that maybe the crunchy of old age is part of why Eston is such a grump?
Oh, I know exactly who I am subjecting to all of this.
Well, not all of this. Most of this is, most of this packet is things that would happen in cold weather bits.
What? I don't mean literally all of it. I'm talking the pain stuff that you mentioned, the constant.
Oh, that's a separate pack. Pulls out this one's
at least one of those.
And pulls out a little box. That is the basic pack. The advanced pack also has bath salts.
I'm going to say advanced just because I want to cover all my bases.
This one is an ivory box.
Hello.
This is less costly for us than wood. Wood is what we use when he's fancy. But yes, there's bath salts and teas and little tablet thingies, and somebody is probably going to need help rubbing this into back and shoulders, but other places can probably do on their own. All together, this is tangled.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna proceed to overpay again.
This is too much?
It's worth that and more.
I'm sure you get used to it.
Yeah, I functionally paid double.
Okay, well, if it turns out that this is useful, you send a message here, and at least the next constant pain pack is free. Makes a little note on a tablet. Right, this was someplace I thought you had to see, Hazel, but moving swiftly on.
Mm-hmm.
You have provided me with a gift for a certain grumpy individual.
I had a feeling. Come along, further adventure awaits.
Charge!
And where she is arranged for lunch is... It's literally just called the soup kettle.
Uh-oh.
It is nothing but soup. You can either have just the soup or soup with bread, cheese, and dried sausage. But the kind of soup, there's lots of kinds of soup, up to and including mystery soup of the week.
I know what Hazel's choosing.
Yep.
Yeah, but a lot of it is cream-based soups, seafood-based soups, various different seafood chowders is usually the main recommendation, but instead of chicken soup, noodle soup, you have ptarmigan noodle soup. Stuff along those lines. And I am taking it that people pick a certain amount of soup. Who is taking the mystery soup? Apart from Hazel.
I was
Barnabas
gonna,
will.
but then you mentioned the chowders, and no, Darwin's gonna pick a selection of things that remind him of home.
Yeah, for that you'd probably want the mixed seafood chowder, which is apparently clam, salmon, mussel.
Oh, Ava would probably go for that too.
32.
Those who have gone for the mystery soup of the week, they actually get a clearer broth with what appear to be prawns, a couple of different kinds of mushrooms, and what you think are some kind of pepper. It does come with a bottle of, not even Hazel has seen quite this sauce. It's literally a stone bottle with a little carved into it, use at your own risk. Remember that this is a Umbach.
Oh boy.
Opening it slightly, sniff, sniff.
Yeah, you don't want to open that anywhere near these guys. Because Alice A has ordered the same thing and is literally put, liberally added to hers. But she's sitting well away from people.
Just look. Okay, so if I've observed that first, I'm gonna move slightly. Like, hang on. Get up, move slightly over with the bottle, sniff.
Yeah, that's the stuff.
Shut bottle. Walk back over, take mine, move back away.
So basically, it's Alice A and Hazel sitting with the spiced soup over here.
Yup.
Yeah, Barnabas ordered the mystery soup. He is not using that.
You just watched that happen and went, nope.
It's actually okay in small doses, as she then also adds burn lichen to hers.
My lord.
Seeing that, just digging in for whatever I remember my own supply being.
Yep. So it's these two.
Barnabas just stares at them. He's like,
What are you?
This is how we do in Aumbach.
sure.
It certainly works for resisting cold, I'll say that much.
Helps with the sinuses too.
I mean,
Yeah.
I like spicy. That is
Yeah,
to subdue people.
Yeah, but for you, 2 drops would make all the difference. That's why there's a dropper in there. You just didn't see either of us use it.
Okay.
Yeah, both of us are just fine.
Both of us are just freaks of nature.
I was gonna say, not in that
Yeah.
phrasing, but you're in your own league.
I let my freak flag fly high.
Enough.
But yeah, if Barnabas carefully adds the 2 drops, it really does make all the difference.
He'll add it, but he'll add it like he's brewing meth in Breaking Bad.
Yeah,
Very carefully.
and what he does, yeah, it's just the right amount of kick. It's just these 2 are freaks of nature.
Okay, you're right. It does add just it's the perfect amount of kick, but how have you not had like your taste buds just burned out of you?
I've lived here since I was like 12.
I know, and I understand that it's a nonsense rhetorical question, but
The heat's there, but it's a taste thing more than an actual heat thing. Like, yeah, it burns, but
Hazel, they're not gonna understand. We're just gonna have to accept that. We're gonna have to accept them looking at us like we're insane for basically ever.
that's fine with me. That's a look I've had also forever.
To be fair, I guess I'm not so used to it because, I mean, it was here or it was Alzor High.
They have their own take on this sort of thing.
Yeah. I'm not used to places that don't do spicy as a matter of course.
Clarity looks at Remy and is like, is it like kissing napalm sometimes for you?
I prestidigitate before I kiss, damn it.
I've gotten caught off guard, okay?
I don't mind a bit of spice.
Yeah, but I'm definitely prestidigitating after this.
Thank you.
Sure, he is just... Well, more people are enjoying this than I had originally thought. That's always a good thing. Always nice to have a little bit of a laugh before jumping into certain peril.
that's for sure.
And as you finish up, Shree goes up to the front and their negotiation happens. You don't hear it, but negotiation happens with a capital N. And when she comes back, it's with 2 of those stone bottles. One in front of Hazel, one in front of Alice. I can't get a recipe because it's a proprietary blend. But there you go. Thank you. Now on, we should be meeting with Fievalet.
Yep.
And Alice say, just to prove a point, prestidigitate, smooch the wife.
Yeah, going to wait a little bit extra so it doesn't look like I'm 100% doing mimicry before I do, at the very least prestidigitate, and if I can yoink clarity for a few seconds, I'm doing that.
That's up to Clarity. I make no decisions for you guys in that regard.
Like tea. Smooches her back.
No.
And yeah, onward to the palace, which you are clearly expected. The silver dragonborn at the doors, open pikes, open doors, and your little fluffy baby harp seal guy just boing boing boing. Come with me. Boing 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 boing. And leads you to sort of a reception room of this is where you go for high tea kind of thing. So you have, you know those towers of cupcakes? And a variety of pots of tea and coffee, and if you have a lead in human form going, I didn't know what you would like, so I brought a little of everything.
Very nice.
It's lovely.
Thank you.
Yes, and Cherie quietly, everyone at least please have something or she will be very sad.
Reason not to try stuff. This is a surprise me assortment.
Yeah, mostly what you guys get is a variety of cupcakes with a sort of a sweet cream cheesy filling. So it's like cheesecake cupcakes.
Oh my god.
With enough varieties of tea or coffee for you to all have a hot drink of choice. Right, I understand that I am to be of aid with arranging a mission.
Yes.
We're trying to get to the border of Equitown? Or am
I mean, somebody who actually remembers could speak up.
The border with Cragvere?
Right.
Aha. Yes, that's, not to tell you your business, but are you really sure you want to do that?
Kinda have to.
Do need to.
Can I ask why?
We need living fire.
Ah, no, unfortunately, you can't get that here. Okay, but just so that you understand, it's going to take some, and I can get you to the border, more or less. We have some mining trains that can, not particularly comfortably, but can get you to the border. It's getting across the border that's going to be a problem. We've been not only observing the boundary, but we've been keeping a guard at the boundary to make sure that people don't cross into more danger than they can handle, because we've had a few mining operations who, and you know how it is down there, it can be hard to necessarily tell exactly which territory you're in. Well, we started to figure it out because beyond a certain point, they don't come back. Occasionally we get baskets full of bits that were never meant to see the outside air.
Oh boy. So it sounds like, what was it? I hate having to remember or even think of this, but the blasphemy nonsense that comes out of Shamash cultists?
I mean, to be honest, I don't really know. Scouts have indicated that some very terrified-looking kobolds have been the one leaving the baskets in our territory.
Oh, so combine that with the dragon problem.
As I say, I don't know because I have a very good relationship with the kobolds in my territory.
Yeah, the specifically chromatic dragon problem.
All I know is that we did have a couple of nests of living fire, but they've either they've migrated across the border for better conditions, though I don't know why they would do that, or they were lured there and now cannot leave.
Oh boy.
Either way, Cragvere, I've not been sending scouts in since the last basket. I care about my people more than that. The individuals at the last outpost before the border should be able to tell you some of the paths that the last scouts used. But I don't know what you're going to encounter when you get there. They may also have a lead on where you need to go for living fire. It's about all I can offer at this point because, while obviously I'm not happy with having neighbors of that type, my people have to come first.
And waging a war isn't exactly something
Not right now.
anything around here is built for.
Well, I mean, the people could, but I don't think they'd like it underground.
Exactly.
And
There's
most of
the people who can do that logistically are down in Belarus, and even,
Well-
and that's on a case-by-case basis.
according to y'all, they're mostly in the southern lands right now. And I can't
Further
exactly
south.
and I can't exactly borrow any from Bahir, because he's got stand-ins from Belarus until he gets his own guards sorted out. He did say something last time we talked about they'd better survive. I need a new head of guard.
Just glances over at Barnabas.
Nice work, Barnabas.
I guess he likes you after all.
Either that or that's the
Surprised as you are.
either that or it's the worst punishment he could devise. To be honest, it's not exactly like it's going to be an easy job these days, is it? He's going to have to rebuild the guard from the ground up, and then train them.
Yeah, but if anybody could flourish doing that.
Which means you have to live.
We
I mean,
have
hopefully we all do.
I was gonna say, I think it's all of us is the goal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
Just the universe has a way of listening. Could we not?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to be honest, it's a fair thing to flag up, given that I heard something about one of you is apparently wearing a bomb.
yeah.
Lance is at Alice.
Yeah.
Look, I didn't know it was gonna turn into one when I put it on.
Yeah, that was not part of the plan.
That was not part of the information going into the plan, let alone
Either,
the
no.
plan.
We didn't have that much information on it anyway, and the people who picked it up hadn't exactly had time to futz with it.
It is not like it
It's a
came with
divine
an.
artifact.
It's not like it came with an instruction manual, is what everybody's trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a quick start guide.
Yeah, divine relics don't come with those.
They do sometimes.
Yeah,
Wait,
I mean, there are
how?
some stories.
Well, one wing of the Silver Vault is literally about ancient divine artifacts and how they work.
You, as usual, beyond a godsend, because nobody would have known about any of this stuff if it weren't for you archiving all of this. Thank you.
Yes, but you still have to actually unlock it.
The fact that it exists.
I'm sure he looks at every single one of you and then goes, alright, since no one else is going to ask, what could we do to have one of us unlock it? Well, tell me what's going on in Cragvere.
Done.
Ah, okay. That we can most definitely do.
Yes, no one thought that she perhaps mentioned this because she knew it was something we needed and... Really? Looks at Barnabas. This is why, isn't it? To be fair, if she didn't ask, I was gonna. So now they have it covered on both sides in case they need to split the party. Common sense fist bump, and Flitty peeks up. Yeah, you too. It does a little fairy dragon fist bump with those two. Common sense fist bump.
Common sense powers activate.
Common sense is not common.
If only just a sense.
You speak common, but you have no sense.
Exactly!
Anyway, was there anything else? Did everyone get enough cupcake and tea?
Oh yes, they were very nice. Thank you.
Wonderful.
No, fantastic. My compliments to your baker.
Far and away, yes.
I will send.
Take one with me. A cupcake, please. They're very good.
And then a few members of staff come up with, again, ivory box and start putting cupcakes in. We've heard about the appetite on some of you, so we thought you'd actually eat all of them. They just go to waste otherwise.
I'm trying this new thing I've heard about called, I believe they said it was moderation.
Says the one who made the Adventurer's Abomination.
Hence why I'm trying?
And
I'm messing with you. You know this, right?
You consume everything now, you won't have any later. So
And Alice is just going, restraint is not only for bedroom play. Remember what I used to work as. You can laugh, that was the
Not an eye
point.
anymore. We're used to you.
Yeah, it's just you guys are still slightly getting used to me.
that, and I was kind of playing the straight man.
Yeah, I'm still not sure any of us is that. Not even Barnabas, because Barnabas is still the opposite of whatever monster fucker is.
I mean, can't argue.
The world is full of absolutely wonderful variety. And while I will window shop just about everywhere, I will only accept the best.
Very well.
This is why nobody ever F's with the literally best secretary in all of the government of Equitas.
I'd say you should meet the other secretaries, but I have, so you're probably right. In any case, I'm assuming your seneschal, she'll have your tickets ready on your way out. Thank you very much. Please let Governor Zet know that I've at least survived this far. Of course. Have fun storming the Cragvere. Try not to die.
You think it'll work?
It'll take a miracle.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Barnabas.
You rush a miracle party, you get rotten miracles. And yeah, when you get back to the doors, you find another silver dragonborn standing, going, "All right, if you head to ground level and turn left, you will find a cave. You'll know where to go from there. I'll take the tickets, thank you. Shall we?"
Okay.
And yeah, it's a bit of a trek down that spiral around the mountain, which Rylan didn't even actually take the first time. Rylan had a special dispensation to basically straight up, so that's a lot of down. And not straight down like from trees. And the ground is kind of slippy.
Another new experience, Rylan?
This is significantly more down than I remembered.
Oh, you got special case to come up from the mountain-based teleportation circle, didn't you?
Sure did.
Also going to point out that, Rylan, you haven't been in the... You didn't go with us when we were in the underground outside of Agraf, because Agraf is the only city fully above ground in that province.
There are a couple of settlements, but I wouldn't call them cities.
You described the rest of them being more like research outposts because the entire place is a thaumaturgical no zone.
Well, there are a couple of what you'd call small towns, but I don't know if you could... I mean, they are technically above ground, it's just that they're usually floating about 6 to 12 inches above it. We have to chain them down to keep them flying away.
They're just airships you guys chain down.
No, they're buildings. We tried to build them on the ground, and they refused to stay there.
Wait, so that wasn't the plan?
No.
You didn't make them hover as a precaution. They just started doing that.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Oh, so great. So gravity doesn't work there either.
In some portions, gravity doesn't work there.
In other portions, you have a no
What was
zone
it?
layer.
What was it you said? What was it we got told? That a piece of shattered land landed there from the initial smacking?
Not so much, I mean, possibly, but it might also just be ambient magic kind of stained it.
All in all, yeah, thaumaturgical nope to the point where gravity says no.
And honestly, the main reason Agraf works as well as it does is that it siphons the worst of it.
Wait, so are you saying that entire city is a arcane circle?
Probably something along those lines,
A
yes.
spell circle?
I suppose it's more of a... It's more of a channeling focus.
Yeah, that's more.
Yeah.
All the
I'm
magical...
going to send Calatiel the biggest thank you basket I can find.
I mean, consider all the trams, the lights. Where do you think the power for that comes from?
Yeah, that would take a tremendous amount of energy.
And so that area and a whole bunch of mining can happen while keeping that particular part of the country safe from ambient magic splort.
Yeah, Rylan, that everything above ground, all of the rest of Agraf is basically under, and it doesn't stop until it hits under dark, and that's a whole other layer.
No, to be fair, that's not really Agraf. That is just the Cragvere Mining Consortium. That's not part of the city, it's just suburbs.
Okay, yeah, what I meant to say was Cragvere in general. Like, once you go out, you go down, and then you keep going down until you hit borders with Underdark, and that's a whole new layer of down, because that's essentially our surface upside down in some places, and just more layers down. There's a lot down there that we don't even know about. There were civilizations, I think someone said there were, but that's all I know.
I will keep that in mind.
Particularly...
Down is a lot.
particularly given depending on how much we're going to have to avoid Cragvere in general. One of our methods of approaching Cragvere may well be via the Underdark. But we'll see where we wind up at the last outpost. By this time, thankfully, we've distracted Rylan from the slippy spiral, and you're down on ground level, and yeah, there is a cave. I mean, you can tell it's a cave by the shape, but it does have again, they don't have a lot of wood here, so the doors are actually carved ivory. With very regal-looking dragons carved into them. Because, hey, why not? Apparently not a whole lot of people from outside come here. I'm sure he just pushes the door open like frickin' Strider and walks in on... Yeah, it looks like a relatively fancy train concourse just carved out of the rock, a bit like some of the places you see on the wall in Egrev. They're lit with bioluminescent fungus for the most part, but they're in different colors, so it's like being lit by carnival glass lampshades. And towards the far end, a counter carved from the stone. A lot of filing cabinets. And a fairly harried-looking human apparently checking over a whole bunch of boxes, just... But when the door opens... Oh! Hi. Give me a minute. I will be right with you. You don't mind riding with Jerky, do you?
No.
Okay, because it's gonna be like, overnight with the Jerky.
That's fine with us.
That'll work.
I mean, it depends. Is this... Hang on, is this the one that... this stops at a midway outpost, or it should. I think it depends on if... We had some... They didn't write down what was attacking. Something was attacking. I don't remember what was attacking. Brutus, does this one stop overnight at Attack Town? Yes. Do you know what attacked Attack Town? No. You're not going to come anywhere near the light, are you? No. You're going to have a hard time staying out of the light because we need to load the boxes. Give us a whistle and the lights on the phosphorescent mushrooms go out. This is something not even the dark vision people can...
Wow, they managed to hit the lights that badly.
Oh, there's literally now no light in this place at all, not even the tiniest bit. I hate it when you do that. Fuck off. And you hear crunch, crunch, crunch. This sort of scraping noise, and then crunch, crunch, crunch.
I don't know about y'all, but I'm just not gonna move.
Like, I want to generate a teensy bit of light so that at the very least, like, those of us with dark vision can see.
Oh.
But I'm not going to because this sounds like something else entirely.
To be fair, there's one person who can. Because Remy is a very different kind of dark vision to the lot of you.
Oh, right. Magical darkness immune.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, you don't know what the hell that thing was. It was kind of like what would happen if you got a very large centipede, but like a centaur. So head and torso of human, large. Well, like probably Goliath or something. And centipede.
Good fucking... It's like a Drider on crack.
Yeah, pretty much. And it literally just scoops up every single one of the boxes all at once. seems to be moderating those little feet, so it sounds like something a little more bipedal. If you look over, it seems to be hitching itself to what looks like another like storage cabin, but is really just armor for the back end. And that seems to be where any light on that train stops. This thing doesn't want to be seen. And then the lights go back up. Really?
Yeah.
The mortifying ordeal of being known. I will not have it.
At this point, given the kinds of transportation that took us into Agref in the first place, and then anything that transported us out here too, basically just all of our travel so far, I have given up on trying to ask, figure out, or bother when statements like that are made.
Get in. I have a schedule.
Let's get moving.
Yeah, basically, you're piled into what looks like fairly large mining carts. And when you start moving at the same rate as the Cragvere mining tunnels went. So for you guys, you think it must be engine. All but one.
I'll go sit down and be as small as possible. Keep hands and limbs inside the car at all times.
Welcome to hell. Please keep your hands and elbows inside the car.
Not catching the reference, but it sounds glorious.
It's the fandom I generally do not talk about. So I must be getting better. And loudly over the that sounds like engine at this point. You want to not make too much light. The local cloakers will not like it, and they will make it stop by making you without head.
Thanks for the heads up. I'm just speaking at the nowhere.
Yeah, cloakers have tried, but fair enough. You can tell Alice has a significant vendetta against cloakers. You've rarely seen her this pissed off.
Does the door still work if what the door gets put onto is mobile?
I don't really want to test that theory.
Yeah, fair point.
I'm not afraid of cloakers. I literally want to beat up cloakers.
No, that I remember that. Also, just asking in general.
Like I say, don't want to try that.
Yup.
The risks of problems are too great.
Makes sense to me.
You're going to be riding for several hours this way, by the way. Is there anything anybody wants to do with that time? Keep in mind you have very little in the way of light. Those of you with dark vision can just about see. Those of you who don't are kind of coming close to an even eerier version of "There's no earthly way of knowing which direction we are going."
If you have any books to any books worth that would amuse Clarity. Just going to spend the entire time attached to her like a limpet.
I mean, you do
Loaf and reading and reviewing whatever stuff we've got notes wise.
I mean, you also have Michigan, who's just sort of going, because there's Cat there, so there is dark vision there, so it's coming out of the Griffin bag going, woo, shiny. Okay, not shiny.
Yeah, don't go after the shiny. If you go after the shiny, we're not getting you back because we're on something moving, one, very fast, and two, the shiny things will try to eat you.
Can I eat the shiny?
No.
No.
You can eat the shiny if the shiny tries to eat us.
What makes the shiny try to eat us?
We don't want that. We want to get somewhere.
Don't want to find out yet.
If anybody needs light for anything, Barnabas will volunteer to be a light blocker. You loom a little bit to prevent light from getting out.
It's cloakers. That would, to be honest, be worse, because if they get too close to a lot of light, they hate it. But the light lets them know where you are. Flitty is currently basically entertaining Rylan with funny stories about the various Hearthheart kids that have gone through Hearthhome. And if Rylan wants, they could ask Flitty, hey, do you want to tell the rest of them this? Because they didn't say anything about sound.
No, they said nothing about sound. They only said stuff about light. You can share the story with everyone if you want.
Does that mean I get to tell the one when the Hazel lady went into the well?
Yes, please.
Definitely.
Sure. So yeah, Flitty gets to be barred for a little while, and when Flitty wants a rest, you've got Alice A, and Darvin can probably chime in when he thinks of a few. And it's anecdotes all the way down until you chug to a stop. There's not even really a train platform, you just kind of hop off. I rest now. There should be inn to your right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Darvin quickly turns his back and keeps going.
And when you get there, there's kind of light. A couple of torches that haven't quite burned out yet. The inn and the surrounding town, if you can call a few shacks that, is basically just places for weary miners to spend the night. And they would probably have been quite nice. It's just, the inn was mostly stone, so it seems to be okay. The little houses, on the other hand, are crunched.
And I take it the inn's got any of the window spaces have been boarded up to hell and back.
Well, that's the thing. Mostly they're, I want everybody to make me a perception check. Because you're looking at this.
Just regular checks for those without dark vision?
Have advantage?
Oh, no. Disadvantage for those without dark vision.
Oh, even worse.
Because you've got faint, you've got dim light at this point.
Mm-hmm. Nope.
Yeah, what the?
7.
Don't know how disadvantaged that turned on. What the fork?
Well, you roll again because,
Wow.
Remy sees all.
Well, given their experience in the Southern Lands, I'm not surprised.
yeah, Rylan, Remy, Hazel, crushed, yes, but there's scorch marks there. And claws. On the wreckage of the towns. The wreckage of the cabins. Some of that is burned. the stone walls of the inn, large claw marks.
The burns seem to be
so were
from
there
the
any
people.
window spaces for the?
It seems to be from an external flame source that probably hit them before they got apparently trampled. Because there's also some soot marks on the stone wall. It just didn't burn.
If they point it out.
We're gonna wait until anybody does decide to point out or not,
Fair enough.
because they might have further questions. Like Noms just did.
My main question is, with the inn, do they have any window spaces and are those boarded up? That's what I was trying to find out.
You don't know. You see
It
shapes.
doesn't look like there's anything on any openings on the front besides the door.
For those who passed the perception check, which Hazel is not one of them.
Huh?
You
What?
roll.
You
You
got
roll.
21.
Oh, sorry. Because you anyway. Okay, so yes, I was reading the wrong one because you rolled with disadvantage that time. Okay, yes. So for you guys, there's shutters. They do seem to be naturally part of. They're supposed to be there, so it wasn't emergency boarded up. But those are also scorched and a bit scarred up, as something has apparently clawed in at least one case, very large mouth attempted to bite it.
Oh, something with fire breath and a whole lot of very large teeth tried to get into the
God.
inn.
More
At
than
least
one
once.
something.
I need light.
Can we risk a light?
Could we not go into the inn and see if there's anybody
I
there?
was gonna say,
Yeah, let's go in.
try and
for
find
her.
people first.
Alright.
We can always ask
Yeah,
what it was.
we can examine the smashing later. First.
We can ask them. We can ask them about the smashing if they're alive to be asked.
that too.
And because we are at about that time, we'll leave it for now. And when we come back, we'll have you hear about and potentially deal with whatever is happening to Attack Town. So, have a good couple of weeks, and I will see you then. Bye.